Brazil is allowing Iranian warships to dock in Rio de Janeiro. How does this affect the U.S.? We hear from an expert and from Brazil's former president, Jair Bolsonaro.
Brazil's government has authorized the Iranian regime to dock 2 of its warships in Rio de Janeiro. The government gave the authorization in January, the first month of newly elected Lula da Silva's presidency. Brazil has historically been close to Israel, an adversary of Iran. The spokesperson of Israel's Foreign Relations Ministry condemned Brazil's decision, writing, "The Iranian regime has executed dozens of terror attacks against ships, putting in danger the maritime freedom of navigation." Brazil's former president, Jair Bolsonaro, spoke about the ships in an exclusive interview with NTD's sister media, the Epoch Times. Bolsonaro says that Brazil's new leadership is strengthening its ties with left-leaning regimes.
I think that they'll get close to Latin American regimes such as Venezuela and Cuba, but also to countries like Iran and North Korea.
Both of the ships have ties to the Navy of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, which has been designated a terror entity by the United States. The U.S. State Department previously warned that Iran shouldn't get a foothold in the Western Hemisphere. We spoke with Marcos Chatkis, editor-in-chief for the Epoch Times Brazil. He says Iran's ships are part of the regime's strategy to weaken the U.S.
The Iranian Navy has been talking a lot about projecting power abroad, projecting power in the U.S. is near abroad in Latin America, in controlling more maritime lanes and really showing their face to the world. So that's part of that broader effort.
He went on to say that the timing of this is important. Iran has reportedly been ramping up nuclear production. Tensions between China and Taiwan are rising, and the U.S. keeps financing Ukraine against the Russian invasion.
Brazil, of course, is part of BRICS, which includes Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa. Now, there's been talks about Iran and maybe Saudi Arabia, curiously, even Argentina joining BRICS. So what we're seeing is perhaps Russia and China leveraging momentum in the international stage to try to strengthen a bloc of countries that's against U.S. interest.
However, even with Brazil being part of BRICS, former President Bolsonaro says,
"If I were president, the ships wouldn't be there."
Lula's government reportedly said that it was a sovereign decision to let the ships dock and that Iran is not Brazil's enemy. The full interview with former Brazilian President Bolsonaro will air Tuesday afternoon on Epoch TV at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. To watch it, you can visit theepochtimes.com/epochtv. Reporting by Ariane Pazdar, NTD News.